Hello, how are you? I hope you're doing very well. My name is Luis Enrique Vanegas from the team of TOMi.Digital. And today we are here to have an easy conversation, a comfortable moment in which we are going to learn how to use the platform for teachers, TOMi.Digital, in which teachers can create amazing, fun, and personalized lessons for their students in an easy way. So this is going to be an interactive conversation. This is going to be a participative event. I hope you are getting comfortable because we are about to start. TOMi Awards is a competition that we started a couple of months ago. And the purpose of this contest or this activity was to enhance the use of our platform, TOMi.Digital. The idea was to be able to collect those uh, activities, those lessons that were created in the platform, and that those teachers postulated these lessons in order to participate for amazing prizes. Let me just give you an idea of what's going on here. So basically, we are participating. What you need to do is very simple. Just create a lesson on our platform, play it with your students, share it with other teachers so that they can use it in their classrooms as well. And the teachers or the activities, the lessons with the most plays would be participating for amazing prizes. The third prize is a long life subscription to our platform, to our pro version of the platform. And the second prize is also a long life subscription to our platform, which is a very interesting way to get some extra elements that I will show you in a minute, and also a TOMi 8 device. The TOMi 8 device is the latest device launched by our company, TOMi.Digital, which is an all-in-one device or assistant device for teachers. This is a very, very useful device. It's a computer, but in the form of a small robot, let's say, with which teachers can like get some routinary activities, but also get very important, very interesting technological features to introduce in the classroom. For example, automated roll call or attendance taking. For example, automated marking of tests. All right. For example, the possibility to connect it to a projection device, say a video projector or even a TV via HDMI, and to be able to interact with the projection. So you're going to be able to project the content of your device on a screen using a video projector and then interact with the content by using a special stylus, a special optical pen, and be able to show or to give to teach the classes using your device and using the contents in your device in a different and most interesting way. Not only that, with this device you can also create internet where there is no internet. So it's not the internet, but it's the possibility to share content with your students via Wi-Fi in the form of an intranet. So basically, what happens is that if your students can get a hold of a smartphone or maybe a tablet, or maybe a laptop. Some schools have these elements, and they are sometimes provided by the government or provided by uh, private companies. But the students using these devices are going to be able to connect via Wi-Fi to the internet created by this device. And that way, the teacher is going to be able to share through the internet all the contents, all the elements that they want. But it's not only PDF files, it's not only videos or images, it's also the possibility to share uh, lessons created with the TOMi.Digital platform, and also content curated by us from other platforms. For example, the Colibri platform, in which you're going to be able to share with your students laboratories or virtual laboratories, for example, or many different interesting elements that we are sure you're going to love. If you're interested, just go to our website or go to Google and type TOMi 8 and you'll know more about it. But that's for the second prize. The first prize is actually the possibility to get a long life subscription to our platform, a TOMi 8 device, and the possibility to come to Medellin in Colombia for the launch of the TOMi 8, also for a special agenda, touristic and cultural and educational agenda that we are preparing for you. So definitely, if you are interested, just let me know in the comments. I will type the link to enter the contest, to postulate your lesson, and to be able to participate for these amazing prizes. There are some people already here. Hello, Tom Jr. from Zambia. Hello, Tom. I'm very glad to see you here. I know I can always count on you and all the people in Zambia, all those teachers in Zambia that are watching this workshop. I just want to thank you. I just want to really to tell you that I really appreciate that the team really appreciate your connection with us and your participation in these strategies. Also for Mr. Abdul Fattah Ibrahim from Ghana, from Tamale, Ghana, if I'm not wrong, right? One of our very star teachers in the platform, together with Mr. Tom. And both of them are participating in the TOMi Awards. And I have to say, they are doing a very good job, especially Mr. Abdul. And actually, well, my register, my report of the top three is a couple of days outdated, but according to that outdated, let me be clear, is a little bit outdated, a couple of days. In that report, Mr. Abdul Fattah is actually on first, first, first position. So I think we all, as a community, should, like support these teachers that are participating in this TOMi Award, and just make sure that you are an active part of this big, huge community of teachers, of tech teachers, teachers worried about education, and teachers interested in applying technology to education in an effective manner around the world. So, hello, you all, and welcome to this bonus workshop. If you are watching this workshop, live, please go ahead and participate, ask your questions, interact with us. We are definitely very happy to read your comments and know what you're thinking. But if you're not, if you're watching this video, this workshop later on, do not worry. The information is going to be useful anytime. Just please make sure that you share it with other teachers, with your colleagues, and we grow this community. Before we start, I have a lot of different ideas for today's lesson. But before we start, I want to share with you our Telegram group subscription link, which is about to appear on the comment section. So please go ahead and join us on Telegram. The positive aspects of being in the Telegram group is that you're going to be able to get support from the platform at any time. Well, when we coincide, I'll be very attentive to your questions and to your doubts, and just make sure that you can get the best of our platform, and that you can actually use it for your purpose, for your students, and just to make sure that your lessons are engaging, interactive, and technological and innovative, right? So please go ahead and join us on the Telegram group. The link is already in the chat. Say hello when you're there, and we'll make sure that we'll show you around and make you part of this community. Welcome, Walking the Talk Foundation from South Africa. South Africa, Mr. Dale, a very amazing person. All the people that I've met in Africa is definitely a people to really appreciate and be proud of. Just in the group of teachers, the people that are worried about education, these people are really walking the extra mile. Especially Mr. Dale, who walks and walks and walks extra miles for education. So you're going to know a little bit more about this foundation in the near future. Just stay connected and you'll see. All right, so let's get to business. So very briefly, I just want to introduce this workshop. So during this workshop, we will be using examples from the TOMi.Digital platform to demonstrate to slowly and in an easy manner, show you how you can efficiently create activities for a specific class section, or a specific class in general, um, or even develop entire class projects. You're going to learn how to leverage the features of the platform to streamline your lessons, your lesson planning, the process of lesson planning, and enhance the learning experience for your students. How are we going to do that? Just wait and see, because there's a bunch of different resources. There's a bunch of different possibilities that we're going to use in the platform, and we're going to show you in a very quick way today, so that you can start using that right away. Additionally, we want to remind you that the TOMi Awards are still open for submissions. By attending this workshop and implementing the pro tips that we're going to share here, you're going to be able to edit and improve your lessons. This goes for everybody. Your lesson plans to effectively capture and maintain your students' interest, to engage your students. Engage with your students in new and innovative ways, to continue receiving positive feedback and views on your lessons. So make part of our community, create lessons, use the lessons created by other teachers, and just make sure that these lessons are going to be engaging, and they're going to be interactive for your students. You will see that they're going to be happy. They're going to feel included. They're going to feel that your education is personalized, is innovative, and they're going to participate in a different way, in a much more active way. Cool. All right. So in order to start, let me just very quickly find my screen to share. All right. So we're going to start from the beginning. So I'm going to show you how to access the platform. Right. So what I'm going to do here is just start again from the beginning. I'm going to start with Google, all right, the search engine. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to find our platform. So basically what you need to do is just to type on Google TOMi.Digital, just like that. And there you go. The first website that you're going to see is TOMi.Digital. If you try TOMi.Digital.com, it also works. So you're not going to be lost. Don't worry. So this is Spanish because my search engine is in Spanish, but don't worry. Once you enter from your area, you're going to notice that it includes many languages. Over here, this is the home page. And let me just show you a little bit around. There's an language option. So I'm just going to move on and choose English. All right. Our motto: encourage participation in the classroom by creating interactive lessons. And just a few information about how the platform works, the possibilities that the platform brings to the classroom, to the teachers, and just the different um, positive elements that you're going to be introducing to the classroom once you start using this platform, and some other resources that the platform brings within. Over here, you're going to learn everything about our TOMi 8. And to start, I just want to show you what this is, because this is something that is actually mind-blowing. It's making us very happy. Everybody is just talking about it in our organization. So let's just see a little bit more of what it is. Okay, there's actually a uh, special price offer running right now if you're interested in buying it. Some of the key features are portable digital whiteboard, uh, scanner and grading, a content server, which you can use to connect up to 100 smart devices to navigate the content server, even without an internet connection, which is very good for those areas in which the connection is poor or unavailable. QR code interaction to interact with your students for attendance, service, multiple choice activities, and augmented reality, among many others. There's a very interesting feature. I don't know if you can, if you notice. Let me just make this bigger and see. So can you see this light ring? So actually, this light ring is a sensor that tells the teacher and the classroom when the noise in the classroom starts to be harmful for the human hearing. All right, so it's a big problem. Not a lot of people are talking about it, but it is a big problem. It affects the teacher's mental health. The noise in the classroom is definitely a harmful element, and it's important to take it into consideration. So what we have here, among many other possibilities, is this alert, this caution alert that using colors shows you when the noise in the classroom starts being harmful for the teacher and also for the students. Remember that teachers are exposed to that many days, every week, continuously and constantly. So it's definitely somehow going to affect eventually. There's a video. Let me just go to the video and then we will start with the platform.
Es compacto y portable, pesa 1 kilogramo, cabe en la palma de la mano. Además, abre espacio para un nuevo puerto de conexión para antenas de amplificación, parlantes y micrófono. Desde su interior, un ventilador inteligente ajusta la potencia según la temperatura del procesador, reemplazando el aire caliente por aire fresco. Incorpora un nuevo procesador con 8 núcleos, 64 bits y 2.4 GHz. Cuenta con hasta 16 GB de memoria RAM, un disco duro de estado sólido de hasta 1 TB. Su unidad de procesamiento gráfico está optimizada para inteligencia artificial y gráficos 3D de alta calidad.
All right. So I just wanted to show you a little bit of what it looks like. So let me just share this website on our comment section. So if you're interested, please go ahead and watch it. The video is in different languages, so you're going to be able to see what it is. So going back to our platform, we also have some of the teachers that use it. Probably some of the teachers from this community, from the English community, are going to be showing here very, very soon, hopefully. All right, and let's get to business. So if you do not have an account, it's quite easy. Just click on sign up. You're going to need to choose your role. Remember, you can choose the role of a teacher or the role of a student. with the role of the teacher, you're going to be able to create lessons and to use lessons created by other teachers. In the role of a student, you're going to be able to participate in the lessons created by other people. All right. So the teacher's role is the designer of lessons. The student role is the receiver of the lessons. All right. So I suppose you want to act as teachers. So please go ahead and click on teacher. Then just choose your whatever is true for you in terms of this personal information. You need to be an adult to use it. Just complete this information, click on I have read and agreed to the terms and conditions, and then click on sign up, and that's it. There's even an easier way. If you already have a Google account, a Gmail account, just click on sign in with Google, choose the account you want to use for the platform, and that's it. If you already have an account, just click on sign in, enter your credentials as I'm doing over here, and you are in. There you go. So once you access the platform with an account, there's many different things that you can do. I'm just going to show you the most important 4 actions to do in once you are logged in. Number 1, explore lessons. So you can actually find lessons by introducing a specific word. For example, I'm going to use this word, tacumbas. This is the lesson from our friend teacher, Mr. Abdul Fattah Ibrahim, which is actually, again, according to an outdated report from 3 days ago, in first place in the TOMi Awards. It's been played 283 times. There's a lot of people showing their positive thoughts about this lesson. There's a lot of people that have been impacted with this lesson, and there's a lot of resources used in this lesson. So we'll use this lesson just to show a little bit of how the lessons work, but I just want to go back to the fact that I'm showing how to use the platform. So number 1, exploring ready-made lessons. All right. If you want to use another word, for example, I don't know, physics, you're going to notice that there's a lot of different words related to lessons related to the word that you chose that are going to appear here, and that you can use directly from here with your students without having to create any lesson yet, right? But if you want to create your own lessons, let me show you many different ways you can do it. So number 1, it's very easy. So actually you can duplicate and edit content. So you can, let's say, for example, you're exploring lessons and you find the lesson that you like, but it's not absolutely, or it's not specifically what you need, right? So what you're going to do is just to duplicate and edit the content of the lesson. What happens is that now physical appearance is going to appear, a copy of physical appearance is going to appear in your lessons under your name, and you're going to be able to edit the resources, change the information within the resources, include new resources, which I will show you in a minute how to, and just adapt the lesson to your specific needs. So that would be number 2, the second way to use our platforms. But if you actually want to create a lesson from scratch, there's 2 possibilities. So if you want to do that, just go to this button over here, right? Top left corner button, new lesson, click on it. And the platform is going to take you to these 2 possibilities. Lesson with artificial intelligence, which is the one that we have here by default, all right? And create a lesson. This create a lesson means that you're creating a lesson from scratch, from zero, from the ground, right? If you choose lesson with AI, there's just 4 different options that you need to complete. It's like, think of it as a form that you need to fill out. So the first element is to choose the language that you want for the class. There's four options: English, Spanish, French, and Portuguese. There are more languages coming. A lot of teachers are asking for Arabic, the Arabic language. So it's probably coming very soon. Enter the subject of the lesson. So just, for example, African languages, right? Just like that. Choose the range of the age of the students or the people that are going to be the receivers of the lesson. So in this case, I'm going to say 12 years to 15 years, for example, and choose the level of difficulty in terms of the subject of your lesson. I'm going to choose medium. Why not? So that's it. Very easy, just by completing these four steps and then clicking on create lesson. You're going to be able to have a new lesson with 10 different resources, more or less, that is related to the topic that you chose for for the prompt. Okay, remember that we chose, in this case, we chose African languages. In about a minute, you're going to notice that the platform automatically, using artificial intelligence, is going to create your lesson using information from the internet related to the topic African languages. There's uh, three different resources that the platform is going to be using. Look, it's ready. It's going to be using true or false, single choice, and multiple choice. So very quickly, let me just show you around what happened here. African languages, an in-depth study of linguistic diversity. So you see, even the title shows that it's not a very plain exercise. It's actually creatively creating a lesson for the user. All right, we have the first question is a single choice. Which African language is classified as a Nilo-Saharan language? And that is Maasai. In which African country is Oromo primarily spoken? Ethiopia is the correct answer. What is the term for the variety of dialects spoken in North Africa referred to collectively as Arabic? That is Maghrebi Arabic. So I'm learning. I'm even learning with this. Which of the following are tonal languages? Select all that apply. This is a multiple choice answer. Yoruba and Igbo are the correct answers. And we continue with many other resources created by the platform. So this is creating lessons with artificial intelligence. But remember that because this is your lesson, it's under your name. So you're going to be able to continue editing, improving, enhancing this lesson so that it really is what you want and what you need. So you can actually edit each one of the resources. If I click on edit, I have the first the edit screen here, where I can start just moving things around, maybe changing information, checking that the information is actually correct. It's important to do so. Maybe moving the question time so to 20 seconds, probably, including pictures to accompany the title of the question, the statement of the question, or the answer options, deleting some of the answer options, or including feedback, which is very important. Let me just move over here. I cannot see that very well. So this is the feedback section. So over here, you can just start writing, I don't know, I'm not going to write anything because I know nothing about this topic. Nilo-Saharan languages are African. I don't know. That's pretty much what I can say about this. But what I'm doing here is just creating not only the question, but a feedback section for the question. So when you're playing this lesson, the student is going to get the question, interact with the question, choose their answer, and after that, they're going to get extra information as feedback provided by the teacher, as I'm just showing you. Right? Just going to click on go back. I'm going to cancel this. You can Among other things, you can sort resources, just change the order of the questions around. All right. You can remove some of the questions, or the most important is that you can import resources from other lessons. All right. So over here, I'm just using Africa as a keyword, and I'm getting all these resources that have been created by other teachers for other lessons. So you can reuse these resources and include them in your lesson. Or you can actually create a new resource by clicking on Add Resource. Over here, you're going to be able to see 13 different resource options. Let me just very quickly go through all of them. So the first one is single choice. These first group, which shows everything in green except for open-ended, which is yellow, those resources are interactive resources, resources that are designed so that the student, when they are receiving the lesson, they can interact with the information by choosing the correct option, by organizing, by completing the sentences, well, many other options. And this other segment here is for magistral resources. That means that these resources are just one-way resources, resources that I'm going to use to present information, to show information to my students, but they are not going to directly interact with those with that information, just receive the information and passively, in that case, receive them. But remember that you can combine them so that you can start creating lessons that are both in which your students are going to be acting as receivers, but also as agents, as creators of information. All right, so again, let me just go very quickly through the options, so, the resources. So single choice, basically you're going to be able to create a question statement with up to 4 answer options, from which only one is correct. So that's why it's a single choice type of question. We have multiple choice, same idea. You have a question statement, you have up to 4 different answer options, but in this case, you can add more than one correct answer. So you can actually have 4 correct answers, no problem, from 1 to 4 correct answers. Open-ended is actually, open-ended is a very interesting type of question. This is basically a way in which you're going to write part of a statement, and you're going to ask your students to complete that the rest of the statement. Similar to what happens with complete the sentence, but in this case, there's many other options. Let me just show you what it works like. So we're going to write the statement. So Africa is home for many languages. Name one. Name one. All right, there you go. So over here, I'm going to get that new resource. Where is it? Here it is. And they're going to be able to write their answers just as a way to collect information for the teacher. Going back, true or false. Over here, we have an example for that. So this is the true or the statement of the question. And basically what the students need to decide is that the statement is false or true. Just the two options, and that's it. We have the possibility to create organization to give options for the students so they can unscramble the options in a logical order depending on the type of topic that we need, right? We have matching with text, which is basically the possibility to create 2 columns, all right, using texts in which the students are going to be able to put together, to connect, to link the options that are most correct together. And we also have that option with images. So on one column, we're going to have images. On the other column, we're going to have texts. So the students can move the options around so that they can link properly in order to correct to create the correct answer. complete the sentence is the option to give the resource option, in which you're going to give a statement that is incomplete. The resource is going to show a space, all right, and you can actually add as many answer options as you want, and once they choose one of the options, that option is going to move and try and complete the question or the statement, and if it's correct, well, the platform is going to show it's correct. If it's not, it's going to show it's incorrect. Word search puzzle. So basically, it's a very interesting. Let's just try and do that. So we write a statement. So for example, African countries, right? And what we're going to do is to write options that are going to appear in a group of words, so that the students have to connect or find the specific words. For example, I'm going to start with Ghana. I click enter, and there's an option already. I'm going to continue with Zambia. Enter. For example, Kenya, Senegal. That's it. All right. So I have 4 options, and when I click on save, look what's going to happen. The platform is going to create this strategy in which the words that I entered are hidden, right? So Senegal. Sorry, I mispronounced. I misspelled Senegal, but you know what I mean, right? Okay, so there's more resources. There's alternative answer resource. This is a very interesting one. So basically, you're going to write to ask a question which answer can be written in different manners. For example, the answer is a number. So you know that the students can actually write the number, or they can spell the number, right? Or maybe they can use capital letters or lowercase. So you want to make sure that they have whatever they write is the correct. When it's correct, it shows it's correct. So you're going to actually create different correct options to the same answer. For example, let's say, all right, what is the no, that's not good. So for example, how many languages are spoken in Colombia, for example? So I'm not even sure what the correct answer is, but here's what's going to happen. So I'm going to say it's 12. All right. So I know that is a possible correct answer, but I want to create more correct answers. All right. So I'm going to say 12, right? But maybe they're going to write 12, but they're going to write it with lowercase. So there you go. So now I'm showing the platform, I'm telling the platform that whatever is the answer that my students choose, it's going to show that it's correct. If they write 11, well, it's going to show it's incorrect, of course. But here, I'm just making sure that if the answer has many different ways to be written, the platform covers for all those options. So those are the different interactive options. Now we have the magistral options, the magistral resources, which are the possibility to create videos, text documents, and images. If it's a video, it's very simple. It's just a matter of going to YouTube, finding a video that you like, enter a name for the resource, and then adding the link of the video and clicking on add. That's it. That's all you need to do. Let me just do it very quickly. Over here, I'm going to YouTube. I'm finding, let me see, African languages. All right, so now I have a video about African language. I'm going to get the share link. And now I'm going to put it over here, copy it, click on add, and then give a name. Languages of Africa. There you go. So over here, I'm going to see how we can now watch
Africa speaks over 2,000
right?
languages, making the
Cool.
continent.
All right, so that's how you can enter a video to your lesson. If it's a text document, what you want to enter is just click on text document, and you're going to have this editing screen in which you're going to be able to add a title and type whatever you want. You can copy information from the internet or from PDF files. There are some options here. For example, the option to add a picture to the text. So it's basically a very simple way, but a very effective way to add text information in your lessons. That's something that other platforms cannot give you. It's only TOMi.Digital can give you this option. There you go. And the next option is the next and last but not least option is to create an image that you can download on the internet, or an image that you can create yourself, and just make sure that your lesson contains visual elements that are going to be appealing for your students. So there you go. Just a tour of what you can do with different resources. We're gonna use some of this information in a moment when we start checking the lessons created by our teachers. But just to show you, once you are done with editing I'm going to edit this one just to show you that you can edit whatever is already done. So remember that I misspelled Senegal, so I can just go ahead and click on edit, delete Senegal, just make sure that it's correctly pronounced. There you go. And that's it. All right, so now that I have my lesson, that I know that this is the lesson that I want to present to play to my students, I'm going to click on continue. And the platform is going to show me a preview of the lesson. All right, so this is my lesson, what it looks like. Cool. All right, I can actually use the button preview to see the lesson as a presentation. So you have the first question here. All right, so let me move on. Where is it? Here, over here. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. Let's get to the ones that I created. There you go. Africa's home for many languages. Name one. African countries. Find these countries in the within the strategy, and watch a video about languages of Africa. There you go. All right, cool. So this is the preview mode, but this is not the typical mode. So once I know that I'm done, that I'm ready, I'm going to click on publish. Agree with the terms and conditions. The terms and conditions basically say that you're going to be using this for educational purposes, not for commercial purposes. That way we make sure and we stay in tune in terms of how we should be able to use the platform. And then click on publish. And there you go. Now your lesson has been published successfully. All right. Cool. So that means that you have a new lesson. It took me probably 10 minutes to create this lesson, and it's going to be the same for you. Just if you know the topic that you're teaching, if you know how to use the platform, it's definitely something that doesn't take you very long. All right. In the new lesson button, remember that we also have the create a lesson option. So this is the most simple way. So basically you give a title to the lesson, you choose a level of difficulty, you choose a subject for the lesson, and then when you click on create lesson, you're going to get to the same screen, the editing screen. The difference is that in this case, you're not going to get any ready-made resources. It's going to be empty, and you have to start from scratch to create your lessons. All right. I want to know if you have any questions, if there are any people in the audience that are struggling with this process. Just let me know, because this is why we're doing this. Over here, I have a comment. I can edit this lesson and add more options like videos. Yeah, definitely. And as I just showed, I mean, if you take videos from YouTube, any video you can use in the platform from Vimeo as well. Vimeo is another video platform. You can use it in the platform. But something that is very interesting is that actually you can create your own videos, upload them to YouTube, and then use them in the platform. The important thing here is that those videos are taken from the YouTube website. All right. So if you do not know how to upload videos, just let me read that in the comments, because I'm just going to create a new workshop to show you how you can create your own videos, create your own images in different websites on the internet, so you can enrich your lessons with those personalized resources. So definitely a good way to show your students that you care, that you are committed with their education. All right. So what we're going to do over here right now is that I want to go again to the lesson created by our star teacher, Mr. Abdul Fattah Ibrahim. There it is. Here it is, the culture of the Gombas. And we're just going to take a look at it. All right. We're going to see what this teacher did. And then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to duplicate this lesson and see how I can personalize this lesson for my own purpose. All right. So once again, I'm going to the explore section over here on the left. Explore. All right. I wrote a keyword, in this case, Dagombas. All right. Because I know that the name of the lesson is the culture of the Dagombas. Remember that you can also choose by author if you cannot remember the name of the lesson, but you know there's a lesson in the platform that you want to use. Just try and find it by the author, the name of the author. And here it is. So what we're going to do now is that I'm going to play it directly as a teacher. So I'm not going to change anything here. I'm not changing anything. I'm just going to play this lesson to my students. So I'm just going to click on play. And you are going to be my students. All right. So over here, I have student settings, question settings. Just before we start the lesson, playing the lesson, it says the guided lesson is going to be the culture of the Dagombas. Student authentication, that means that students need to log in order to participate. So I can click on or off depending on what I need. All right. It's not mandatory that the students have to be logged in the platform. It definitely makes it easier because that way you can create classrooms. So, but that's for a different workshop. Okay, we will talk about that in a different workshop if you want it. The question settings is competition mode if you want to give points per answers. All right, and also for the how fast they answer the questions. And activate this if you want to shuffle the answer options so that students next to each other cannot see what the other one's doing, maybe to make it more difficult. All right. So I'm going to click on continue. And now it's going to present the instructions for me to give my students. So because you are my students today, I'm going to ask you to join this lesson. All right. So in order to join this lesson, you're going to go to play.TOMi.Digital. Play.TOMi.Digital in your browser, right? Right. Type play.TOMi.Digital in your browser. Okay. And once you are there, let me show you what it looks like. It looks something like that. Looks something like this. Cool. All right. Once you are here, just click on lesson code. Top right corner, lesson code button. When I click on lesson code, I'm going to be able to enter the code. But what is the code? So let's go back to the teacher's platform and look at this. Once you are in play.TOMi.Digital, enter this code, 231503. 231503. So I'm just going to go back to play.TOMi.Digital, enter the code 231-503, and then click on join. Once I click on join, because I am authenticated, I'm logged in, it recognizes who I am. I can change I actually like the football one, and there you go. So it says, as a student, I'm waiting for the class to start. And if I go to the teacher section, I'm going to notice that there's one student that is waiting here. You see? All right. So if you want, just go ahead and enter the lesson. And then I'm going to show you what the lesson looks like for students. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to move to the students platform, and I'm going to play it so that you notice what's going to be the experience for the students. All right, so the first thing that we have over here, designed by our star teacher, Abdul Fattah. So as you can see, this is what makes it big, that this teacher shows that they care, that they are committed, all right? And that's why he himself created this video to show their students as an.
Hi, welcome to today's
He
lesson.
created the video,
In
he
today's
uploaded the
lesson, we are
video
going to
to
talk
his
about the
YouTube
cultural
account, and
aspects
then
of the
he
Dagomba
used the link, the
in
YouTube
northern
link,
Ghana.
to copy
But before
to the
we go
platform,
on,
to the lesson. And there you go.
let's take a recap
All
of
right.
our last lesson,
So this is
which
the
we
video.
talk
Let's
about
say
the
as a
culture
student, you can
of
watch the
Ghana.
video, take notes, I don't know, get
So in the
information
last
from the
lesson,
video. Actually, the teacher, if it's a guided lesson, the
we
teacher
said
can
Ghanaians have a strong
give
sense of community and family.
I don't know, like instruction,
Extended
more
families,
specific
where we
instruction
said
in terms of
extended families
how to use
are
the
very
video.
important in
Maybe do
Ghanaian
one of
culture.
those before you watch
Elders are
the video,
respected and
during
looked
watching the
after
video, and after
by
you watch
the
the video, if
younger
it is.
generation.
I don't know. All right.
Then we also said
Okay. And when the teacher is ready,
the
we would
hospitality
move
of
on to
Ghana.
the next activity. And then we have interactive questions. The first one is, Ghanaians are known for being very hospitable. I understand this is true. And that was the correct answer. Cool, huh? All right, as a teacher, I'm going to move on. Next question. Extended families are very important in Ghanaian culture. I would say yes, because that is also very true in Latin American culture. So I would say true. Yes, that's the correct answer. Good. The teacher is going to move on to the next question. As a student, I'm waiting for it. It's a true-false question. The kente cloth in Ghana is not highly symbolic. The kente cloth. I think it is symbolic. That was correct. Cool. So I'm just showing you the same way that we were just doing that in the previous exercise. It's the same way that this teacher is preparing the lesson for their students. As a student, I feel engaged. I feel this is something different. I feel this is something that I want to participate of. I feel this is something that needs of my attention in a different way and needs me to be more active in terms of recognizing the correct information. So let me see if I can quickly find one of these words. Pottery. I can find it. Well, I hope you did find it. It was not possible for me, and my time is running out. Oh, nope. I couldn't do it. Oh, well, time is up. I couldn't find any of these words proposed by the teacher. Next question. Let's see what type of question it is. Dagombas are an ethnic group located in northern Mali or northern Ghana. I would say Ghana is the correct answer. Yes, that was the correct answer. All right. Next question. A staple food of the Dagomba is, well, I have no idea. All right, so this is a good moment to stop the lesson. I'm going to click on finish lesson as a teacher, and this is what's going to happen to the student. Class is ended. All right, now I'm going to move to the teacher screen, which is this one, and show you that once the teacher decides the lesson has ended, what the teacher is going to get is the podium of the best participations in the class. But not only that, he's going to be able to go to the report and get more information about the students. Well, in this case, there was just one student, but if you have more than one student, you're going to see a list of students with their performance, and you're going to be able to use that as a way to evaluate your students, to give them feedback on what they did well or didn't. You're going to be able to keep this as a record for your classrooms or anything else. All right, just that's the possibility to download elements, PDF files, Excel files, well, many different possibilities. All right, so this is the lesson created by Mr. Abdul Fattah. What I'm going to do now is that I'm going to go to explore. Again, I'm going to try and find that lesson. And over here in the three dots, I'm going to click on duplicate and edit content. Duplicate and edit content. By clicking on it, what's going to happen is that I'm duplicating the lesson. Now, one copy of the lesson is going to appear in my lessons, and I am going to be able to edit that lesson that is now mine, not the teacher's lesson. The lesson created by teacher Abdul Fattah is not going to be changed at all whatsoever. What's going to happen is that I'm going to edit a copy of that lesson. All right, so over here I have a copy, and because it is a copy, I now have the option to edit the resources. Over here, for example, I can delete the video, right? Okay, I can sort resources, just change the order of the resources. There you go. Okay, I can import new resources. Okay, let's see about culture. I don't know. See what they say about culture. Culture and the Goombas, blending the Chua culture as a teaching subject in English. I'm going to add this one. So I have a new resource now. By the end of this lesson, I just introduced a new resource, which is another video. All right. Or I can create my own resources. For example, by clicking on add resource, I can just start creating new resources. For example, let's create a text document. So I want to introduce with a little bit of information. So what are the Dagombas? Cool. So I'm just going to quickly go to Google and see what Google has to say about that. All right. They say Dagomba people, this is from Wikipedia, Dagombas or Dagbamba are an ethnic group of Ghana and Togo. They number more than 3.1 million people. The term Dagomba is originally intended to refer to other related peoples who were unfilled by Nangubua, including the Mamprusi and Namumba. All right, I'm just going to get that part. All right, there you go. So now I have some information to use and show my students a little bit of information about this specific topic. There you go. So if I go back to the lesson, I'm going to notice that the lesson is now showing a new resource, which is a text document resource. I want this at the beginning, no problem. Sort resources, go to the end, take it by the dots, and move it to whatever I think it's best. I'm just going to put it right at the beginning. Click on accept, and there you go. All right, so let's say, for example, Ghanaians are known for being very hospitable. So I'm going to say, no, this is not true. So I'm just going to click on edit, and I'm going to be able now to change the question to false. All right. I know this is definitely something that people are going to be and people are going to disagree a lot with me. I know people in Ghana are very hospitable from my own experience, but I'm just using this to show you how easily you can change the information over here. All right, so let's say, for example, I have a text document, I have a video, I have a true or false, some true or false questions, multiple choice, but I want to make it more varied. All right, I want to vary a little bit the resources. So let's see what resources I have here. For example, matching with image. Matching with image. All right, so this is the one. So for example, well, I don't think I have a lot of information to use here, but I'm just going to say, like, I know that Dagombas are originally from Ghana and Togo. All right, so why don't we learn a little bit about Ghana and Togo? So for example, I'm going to write here, match the flags of these African countries. There you go. I'm going to write Ghana over here, and I'm going to write Togo over here. So what I'm going to do now is to go to Google, write Ghana flag. I'm going to use one of these images using the red, yellow, and green flag. Okay, I'm going to download it. And once it's in my computer, I can now use it in my lesson. There you go. So I have Ghana's flag next to Ghana, the title. And I'm going to do the same with Togo. Togo. All right. It's the similar colors, a little bit different layout. I'm just going to save the image in my computer, and once it's in my computer, I can now use it for my lesson. It's processing. There you go. So I have Ghana, the flag, next to Ghana, the title, and Togo, the flag, next to Togo, the title. I could add more answer options, but in this case, I just need these two. So I'm going to click on continue. It's showing me that, giving me the option to write feedback. I'm not going to use feedback this time. So I'm just going to click on save. And there you go, as easy as that. Now we have a new matching with image resource that we can use with our students. What's this going to look like for students? Basically, it's going to be disorganized and scrambled. So basically what they need to do is just to connect the title Ghana to the correct flag, and the title Togo to the correct flag. And that way they're going to show they know which one is the correct answer. All right. And the same way we could do with matching with text. The difference is that in this case, we're going to have two columns, both of them with texts. We can use the complete the sentence one. All right, let's use that one. For example, complete the sentence. All right. So I'm going to use the very little information I have about this topic. I'm going to reuse it. So the Dagomba are original from, okay, And then I'm going to write, look at this, type the statement and put the completing words between at signs. Example, God, at, bless, at, America. So I'm going to do the same here. The Goomba's original from northern Ghana, right? As you can see, because I use northern in at, all right, I now have northern as an option. But now I can give other options. For example, I can say southern, eastern, and western. There you go. So now I have a new resource, no feedback. I have a new resource, a complete the sentence resource, in which the students are going to see this sentence incomplete because they are not going to have the answer, and they're going to have these 4 answer options. And once they click on one of the options, that option is going to move to complete the sentence, and then the platform is going to tell them if this is correct or incorrect. All right, so I could continue. There's many other possible resources that I can use, but I'm just going to stop here because I want to show you what it looks like without taking very long in this workshop. So basically what I need to do is just to click on continue, top right corner. There you go. Over here, I can see a preview. Remember that if you click on preview, you're going to see the lesson as a presentation, which is actually very useful if you want to use the platform for presentations, not specifically for lessons. And there you go. We have a text edit. We have a true, false again. We have multiple selection. We have the video. Remember that I gave a new order to these resources. We have the true, false again, the selection, the finding the words option, and over here, we already had some matching with text, matching with pictures. Way to go, Mr. Abdul. You're doing a good job. A little bit of open question, completing the sentence. Nice. Another one of finding words. There you go. And the resources that I included, which is a new video, matching the pictures with the text, and the last one, which is a complete the sentence. Cool. So what I need to do now is just to publish the lesson. Publish the lesson. There you go. Agree on the terms and conditions. And now my lesson is published, and I can play it or schedule it for my students for them to complete them. Okay, so what's going to happen is that I'm going to schedule this lesson, schedule the lesson, or schedule. I think it's the correct pronunciation in for you guys. Schedule means that I'm not going to be guiding the lesson. I'm actually going to just bring the lesson for my students, give a deadline, all right, which in this case is March 27, tomorrow, 11:30 p.m. All right. I have some other options, for example, the possibility to add to a classroom. If you do not know how to create classrooms, don't worry, we can create new workshops to learn how to do that. Students are going to be able to download my lessons so they can answer the lessons without an internet connection. And if I want the students to log in to participate or not, then question settings, competition mode, shuffle answer options. And if I want them to see the correct answers after they have proposed their own answers, all right? So it's just a manner to show them if they were correct or incorrect. I can choose if I want to do that or not. And then click on schedule, and that's it. All right, this means this lesson with this code over here is going to be open until tomorrow at 11:30 p.m. at 23:30 p.m. All right, All my students need to complete this lesson before that deadline, and I'm going to get the information from their answers, the report of their participation, and I'm going to be able to use that report and that information in the way that I think is best, as evaluation, as feedback, as part of my learning process. It's up to you. All right. So that was it. That was all I wanted to show you today about our platform. I know some of you are very interested in using the platform in a much proficient way. So I'm definitely here for that. Let me just get some of the questions from the audience. Walking the Talk Foundation is asking, I have a client training center, and they use this solution to educate students on solar. I'm not sure I understand this very well, but basically, because you are the creator of the lesson, you can use anything. You can actually use artificial intelligence to create lessons about any topic. We have used the craziest topics to create lessons, and it works very well. So I invite you to try it. Let me know how it goes. If you have any questions, remember to go to the Telegram group and ask there, because if I'm not there at the moment, I know some of the teachers in the community are going to be able to answer those questions for you. Okay, I have another one over here. Can the test items be more than 10 questions at one loading? Yes, you can actually add as many resources as you want. There's no limit. And actually, something very interesting is that you can continue editing your lesson. For example, you can use the same lesson throughout a couple of weeks or months or whatever, and you just need to start changing the questions or adding more questions or more resources, and your students can continue using the same lesson to participate and to get the information you want to show them. So yeah, no problem. There's no limit for the time, the number of participants of your lesson. All right, those were all the questions that we had from the audience. If you're watching this video in the future, so go ahead and write your answers. I'm going to check the comments again later on and try to bring answers to those questions. But more than anything, I definitely invite you to make part of our Telegram group, where we can connect directly and where I can solve those doubts for you faster. All right. So that was all for today. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate very much your time and your participation. Remember that this platform is free. You do not need to pay to use it. So it's just a matter of getting there, opening your new account, and start using them. All right. For the moment, just remember to join our Telegram group. Go to our social networks on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, and just stay updated on what's going on. We'll see us on 11th of April for a new workshop. This time, we are going to have a very special guest that is going to be talking about education in a deeper way, in a very special manner. Thank you very much again. We'll see you in the next time. Bye-bye.